Right now, 3 teens arrested tied to a Northside shooting. See how it all went down. Plus, Wisconsin tribes are asking lawmakers to do something, and it involves schools.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. New developments in a Northside shooting, 3 arrests. Police picking up 19-year-old Jason Moran today. Video from this morning shows SWAT officers executing a search warrant. Also taken into custody today, a 13-year-old suspect. The arrest went down on the 1200 block of Logan Street and the 1500 block of Liberty Street. A 16-year-old suspect was arrested on Wednesday. The shooting happened last Sunday on Logan Street. One person was hurt but is okay. An interim healthcare facility in Chippewa Falls is one step closer to opening its doors. The Chippewa Valley Health Cooperative announcing today a purchase agreement for the vacant St. Joseph's Hospital building. The cooperative has 90 days to determine if opening the hospital is financially possible. If so, it could open as early as this winter. The building would serve as a temporary healthcare solution for residents, while plans are in the works for a brand new hospital in Lake Hallie on Highway 53. St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls officially closed in March of last year. This afternoon, the Goodview Fire Department announced the passing of Fire Chief Jason Gruitt. They escorted Gruitt from Rochester to Hoff Funeral Home in Goodview at 3 p.m. Members of the public lined 6th Street to show support. Goodview Fire and Rescue said in a Facebook post that their thoughts and prayers are with Chief Gruitt's family. Well, an ambitious timeline announced for a new healthcare facility coming to Chippewa Falls. Aspirus Health officials say they'll open their doors in less than 18 months by fall of 2026. Aspirus says they're stepping in to fill the gap left when St. Joseph Hospital closed. Local women are building homes in hope today at Habitat for Humanity's annual Women Build event. The 3-day construction blitz continues tomorrow and Saturday at sites in Stoddard and La Crosse's north side on Avon Street. No construction experience is needed to join the dozens of volunteers already working. Today's efforts include a special garage renovation project, transforming it into a usable space for a local family.
I did this one other year with my daughter, and we were getting ready for a mission trip, and so we kind of wanted to have an opportunity to work in the community and also to learn a little bit more about what it is to be involved in Habitat for Humanity.
If you'd like to volunteer tomorrow or Saturday, visit habitatlacrosse.org.
Well, we had another warm day back into the 60s, even close to 70. We got records tomorrow, but we also have storms in the forecast for Friday evening. That's why we have the alert day condition, and it's really for damaging winds as they come through between about 8 to 11 p.m. And we're looking at the greatest threat would be south of I-90, so that's something to keep in mind for Friday evening. Otherwise, record temps are definitely possible tomorrow. 77, we could break La Crosse. Eau Claire could come close. A few areas could hit the 80-degree mark, so definitely going to be a warm one, and enjoy it because I don't think we'll see the 70s for quite a while. Overall this evening, still really fantastic conditions and only getting down to like 50 degrees at 10 or 11 o'clock with increasing clouds for La Crosse. More cloud cover coming up for Eau Claire, some thin high clouds that could impact a little bit of the viewing for the lunar eclipse later in the night, but the temperatures won't be a problem. They'll be around 50 to 50 at 11 p.m. So very warm conditions. In fact, many areas will stay around 50. The colder areas may be in the mid to upper 40s, but well above average. These are pretty much above what we should be for normal high temperatures time of year. So that'll be increasing clouds as we got another warm front that'll be coming through. Otherwise, later in the broadcast, we'll break down what we're expecting for the conditions for Friday evening and what it's going to feel more like March-like or even February-like going back into the later half of the weekend.
Oh, so no, February-like.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's March, so we're going to swing back the other way, which is true. But the good news is next week we're going to swing the other way again, too.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, Wisconsin tribes are seeking new rules in schools and need help from the state Senate to do it. News 8 Now's Grace Monk is here to explain.
Today, the Government Operations, Labor, and Economic Development Committee voted on 4 bills pertaining to tribal representation in education. One of the bills will give tribal members a say in the teaching of American Indian language.
Those who are not from those communities or have brought up that way or don't have that inherent understanding of the language is probably going to lose a lot through translation. And so it does matter who is teaching.
And another in statewide teaching standards.
It's important to know who's teaching, because there's nowadays teaching has a lot of specific academic benchmarks that we either and different philosophies and approaches and pedagogies.
Another will allow Native students to wear their traditional regalia during school ceremonies.
It is very signature to approach these milestone moments in our regalia, whether it be a graduation or a wedding, a funeral. There's types of dress that is always worn, and to deny someone that is very uncharacteristic of something that we've been inherently brought up with as our tradition and culture.
The fourth bill will expand school reporting standards. It would require schools to include numbers, ages, and tribal affiliation of American Indian students.
From an academic standing, you do have to be able to evaluate your performance in teaching and curriculum. And so if there are certain methods or topics or sections that just aren't resonating very well, it's good to have data sets for that.
All four bills passed through the committee Thursday afternoon in a 4-1 vote. The committee also approved a bill allowing tribes to copy vital records without being fined. Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. Well, before you plan an outdoor burning, officials urge you to check the fire danger first. The DNR says 170 wildfires have already burned over 450 acres this year. That's 4 times more than average. Dry weather and gusty winds expected today and tomorrow could make conditions worse. Burn permit suspensions are now in effect across several southern and central Wisconsin counties. And Fort McCoy is conducting planned burns on its south post. These carefully managed fires help prevent larger wildfires, create better homes for wildlife, and clear out unwanted plant species. Military officials say it's all part of keeping both the environment and training areas safe.
We light that area on fire so we can clean the area and avoid wildfires in the future. So that is the main reason why we do prescribe burns.
Fort McCoy will continue to carefully assess the most appropriate days to conduct prescribed burns. And Fort McCoy officially changed command this morning in a historic ceremony. The military installation transitioned from Army Material Command to the 88th Readiness Division. Leaders held a special patching ceremony at 10 a.m., continuing a tradition that dates back more than 100 years. Major General Joseph Ricciardi led today's event as Fort McCoy's senior commander.
I think it's great that the lineage of the 88th Division will live on and have more people to promote all the great things that those members of the 88th Division have done all the way since World War I.
The 88th Readiness Division now oversees Army Reserve operations across 19 states. Elementary and middle school students from across the area got a unique hands-on field trip to learn about the science of food production. The nonprofit organization GROW hosted the students at a greenhouse at Western Technical College. Students explored topics like nutrient level testing, photosynthesis, and sustainability.
It's a huge part of our community. There are tons of community farms around. There are lots of people growing in their backyards through hydroponics. And the more we can get students to realize that that is something that can be a lifelong learning opportunity, as well as a career, it's always a positive for the community.
During their field trip season from January through the end of March, GROW will typically see 1,600 students come in and out of its facilities. Coming up, fears of a looming partial government shutdown and threats of steeper tariffs send markets tumbling. Those details and more right after the break.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's spring jeans sale is going on now, and we have a great selection of quality name brand denim at unbeatable prices. New at Blain's, men's full blue jeans are on sale, just $12.99 a pair. Get a free $15 Blain's gift card with every $50 purchase of Lee or Wrangler jeans. And save on women's and kids' Wrangler Retro jeans, 25% off. We've got the value you need to do things your way. Blaines Farm and Fleet. Being original.
I want to drive a big truck.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
I'm Sheriff Todd Skarbin with an important message. Wisconsin law enforcement works extremely hard to keep you safe. So when liberal judges like Susan Crawford refuse to actually punish violent criminals, it undermines our entire system. She gave only 4 years to a guy who raped a 6-year-old, 2 years for a guy who beat his girlfriend and shot a man, and only 90 days for a guy who strangled a woman. We need judges to prioritize public safety. Liberal Judge Susan Crawford doesn't.
Tell Judge Crawford to stop releasing dangerous criminals.
Searching for gold at the end of the rainbow? Well, you can find it here at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Get Shamrock with savings up to 60% off, plus 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. It's all here and it's all in stock and ready to be delivered. Plus, shop special savings in our incredible Lazy Boy Showcase. Let the shenanigans begin at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Don't miss it.
President Trump announced Thursday that he will not back down from 25% tariffs on all incoming steel and aluminum imports. Erica Brown has more details from Capitol Hill.
Markets continue to tumble, with investors nervous about the economic uncertainty from a looming partial government shutdown.
If there's a shutdown, it's only because of the Democrats, and they would really be taking away a lot from our country and from the people of our country.
Senate Democrats say the 6-month spending bill, known as a continuing resolution, which passed the House Tuesday, would further enable President Trump and Elon Musk to slash the government.
It's going to be things that allow us to cut COPS programs, cut disaster relief, further destroy agencies and departments in ways that undermine safety and well-being is outrageous to me.
They want a 30-day deal in order to negotiate a long-term solution. Trump's plans to cut the size of the government took a hit Thursday when a federal judge ruled the administration unlawfully fired probationary employees across 6 federal agencies last month. Judge William Alsup ordered the Departments of Veterans Affairs, Agriculture, Defense, Energy, the Interior, and the Treasury to immediately offer reinstatement to the employees. Ruling comes the same day the president ordered his cabinet officials to submit plans for deep cuts to their agencies. The White House says the incoming mass reduction in the federal workforce will streamline our broken bureaucracy, save taxpayers millions of dollars, and make the government more efficient for all. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The U.S. Postal Service sent a letter to Congress outlining plans to eliminate 10,000 jobs over the next 30 days via an early retirement program. Well, we have more news ahead, but first.
Definitely got warm, dry conditions for Friday, but then we got storms that could be severe for the evening. Plan out your activities, keep in tune to the forecast. We'll give you what that timing looks like and then what the rest of the weekend looks like too. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
Protect your home with Tundra Seamless Gutters and Gutter Helmet from Asher Lastin Exteriors. Our highly trained technicians can install the complete water management system for your home with our exclusive custom gutters, Gutter Helmet, and Helmet Heat. Gutter Helmet is filter-free, so it will never clog, guaranteeing you'll never clean your gutters again. Use promo code 20 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. and a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
When my sister was murdered 15 years ago, Brad Schimmel kept his promise to us. He told us he was going to get us justice, and he did. When I see these commercials attacking him, I have a lot to say about that, because Brad would kneel next to my mom and hold her hands. And you're going to tell me that's a person that doesn't care about victims? I'm sorry, that is not true. Brad puts victims first, and that's the type of person that should be in the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Yeah, we definitely have a round of thunderstorms that will be coming through. Still some challenging environmental things going on that could kill these thunderstorms as they come through, but that damaging wind threat is definitely there through this time frame. Greatest threat remains I-90. We'll kind of show you what I mean in a second here. Overall, if you look at really break it down the whole weekend here, tomorrow definitely the windy conditions too. That could be a fire weather concern given the dry conditions. 70s. 80s potentially. We'll probably cool back to the 60s by the afternoon, evening. The severe thunderstorm possibility is right during the evening hour, with also some showers coming through. A line will come through. There'll probably be a break some point overnight, kind of dry conditions, and then I think showers will come back for early Saturday morning. That may extend into the afternoon, but really the coverage of it will decrease as we go in the afternoon time frame. Even a chance for maybe an isolated thunder Saturday morning. But all in all, this precipitation won't amount to too much and not going to be severe. The wind, on the other hand, it'll decrease a little bit overnight, but then as this low kind of lifts north, it's definitely going to start picking up for Saturday afternoon out of the west direction then. So windy conditions, and yeah, we could see a little bit of mix. Further north and west you go of Eau Claire, I think that's a better possibility going into Saturday night. Not expecting significant accumulation, but something to be aware of. And then temperatures, yeah, will continue to fall Saturday. And then as we go towards Sunday, it's definitely going to feel more like the end of February, early March, with the north wind and temperatures struggling to get to 40 degrees. So we're going to kind of return back as we swing back those temperatures going on. The severe outlook really is a pretty strong system to the south, a low that's going to be ejecting out of the plain states. So the severe threat to our south is enhanced. This time of year, we definitely start seeing this severe weather in the plain states. It just inches away further north. You can see we're under level 2 or slight risk further north of La Crosse. Right now, the problem you're going to deal with these thunderstorms coming through is a lot of dry air in place as we go into the afternoon. But the wind will be the issue that we'll contend with as they come through, and that is really the main threat we're looking at with this. Overall, the rest of the threats are very low at this point, so the damaging wind is going to be the one that we'll keep an eye on. If we time it out, there's a little bit of a shower activity. A warm front will be coming through later tonight through tomorrow morning. So some areas might see a little bit of sprinkles early, and cloud cover definitely everyone will see, but then they'll kind of break up towards the afternoon time frame as that system begins the push northeast. And here's that line that'll begin to form in Iowa. And once again, timing also has been a little bit now kind of pushed back towards more in the later evening hours. So around 8 to 9, you'll start seeing this line approach Rochester just east, probably Decorah. Then at 9 to 10, that's kind of when it starts coming through La Crosse. And given this kind of this bend shape in it, that definitely does coincide with a damaging wind threat. It will weaken, but still that's coming through for about 10. Once we get to 11, La Crosse and points south will be clear. And then as it further northeast, Eau Claire really maybe see a shower and a thunderstorm, but the precipitation chance really drops off as you go further north and east. By the time we get to later in the night, we're kind of have a break, actually almost some clear skies briefly, before the low kind of swings around and we see another precipitation shield come through probably Saturday morning. That'll be more showers. We'll probably see a break. Winds will start picking up, and yes, we might see a little bit of the snow come through Saturday night as the colder air kind of pushes through the area. And that's what your temperatures are looking for Sunday. It's going to be quite chilly with that north wind that'll be blowing too. The good news is we kind of flip the switch for Monday, St. Patrick's Day, and get even warmer for Tuesday before it gets real interesting going Wednesday and Wednesday night. and that could be accumulating snow in decent amounts in the area. So stay tuned if you got travel plans Wednesday for updates on that. But definitely stay tuned tomorrow, especially if you're traveling with that line coming through in the evening hours.
March is definitely keeping it interesting.
Swinging back and forth, big storms, severe weather. You can also get winter weather, all sorts of stuff in March.
All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the sectional round of boys hoops gets underway later tonight. Find out who's in action. Plus, the Badgers looking to advance to the quarterfinals in the Big Ten tournament. Jacob has the highlights against Northwestern. Up next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
At Ashley, we're celebrating 80 years of innovation, style, and value. Discover our selection of luxury pieces for designer looks without the high-end price tag. Plus, eye-catching curated deals under $5.99. Don't miss the Ashley 80th anniversary sale.
It was just a one-time thing. That's what Brad Schimmel said when he gave a, quote, sweet bargain to a man who sexually assaulted a 10-year-old girl. The sex predator served just 18 months in prison for his crime and got out. A few weeks ago, he was convicted of sexually assaulting a child again. And that was just one time Brad Schimmel let a sex predator loose on our kids. So why would we ever give him another chance? Brad Schimmel, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
Celebrate Ashley's 80th anniversary with a new mattress by Ashley Sleep, starting at $499.99. Plus 0% interest for 80 months when you buy in store. Don't miss the Ashley 80th anniversary sale.
Well, what a fun night we have in store tonight. 4 boys sectional semifinal games with 3 of them including all area matchups. First in Division II at Logan High School, the Onalaska Hilltoppers will face off with the West Salem Panthers. Onalaska, the 1 seed, but the Panthers got them by 16 earlier in February. Then in Division IV, the Aquinas Blue Golds and Luther Knights facing off at La Crosse Central High School. Blue Golds got a 4-point win over the Knights last month. And in Division V, 2 grade games. First, the unbeaten Royal Panthers will take on the North Crawford Trojans down in Prairie du Chien. These 2 teams faced off earlier this year, and Royal won by 18. On the other side of the sectional, the Cochrane Fountain City Pirates will do battle with Columbus Catholic at Osseo Fairchild. All right, Badgers in action earlier this afternoon, about midway through the first half. Ball swung out to John Blackwell. The sophomore's try is true to tie things up at 14. Then the Wisconsin defense forcing a miss. And Kamari McGee is off, and he is running. One-man fast break's going to turn into a bucket plus the foul. UW up 37-30 at the break. A big welcome back to this guy, Max Klesmit, putting the defender in a blender. Step back is pure. Badgers extending their lead, and a strong second half by the Wisconsin first-team All-Big Ten playmaker John Tonje. Step back 3 goes, then it's Tonje on the drive, elevates for the big-time hammer. He and Nolan Winter had a team-high 18. Badgers moving on to the quarterfinals, where they'll take on UCLA tomorrow at 1:30 on the Big Ten Network. Let's check in on the Marquette Golden Eagles in the Big East tournament. Pick things up second half. Golden Eagles down 1 when Ryan Conwell lets one fly from the corner. Musketeers up 2. A little later, ball swung over to Cam Jones on the wing. He'll bury it once again to put Marquette out in front. Under 2 minutes left to go. Xavier answers. Conwell again, this time from the top of the key. But the next possession, it's Jones with the spin and finish. He had 28 points, and Marquette comes back from down 14 in the second half. Golden Eagles are on to the semis. Marquette will take on St. John's tomorrow. We'll be back after this.
know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNC.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
This is Curtis O'Brien, a convicted felon. He sexually assaulted a 5-year-old Wisconsin girl multiple times. Judge Susan Crawford could have given him 60 years in prison, but she let him walk. 2 years in prison. That's it. While his victim lives with the scars forever. She even let the predator live across the street from an elementary school. That was Crawford's choice. Another dangerous decision from Susan Crawford, putting all our kids at risk. She's just wrong for Wisconsin.
Tax refund season is here, and Wesco and Sparta is making it more fun than ever. Dreaming of a brand new sectional or that comfy bed you've been eyeing? Now's the time to treat yourself. Save 20% all month long on furniture and bedding, just in time to make your home the talk of the group chat. Have fun with your tax refund and make your space shine with Wesco and Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Payton sent you.
Well, it's going to be a warm pie day tomorrow on 3.14, so some areas could get up to 80. The wind will be an issue, and obviously fire danger is going to be elevated tomorrow. We have this line of severe storms potentially coming with the front. About 8 p.m. till about 11, that would be damaging wind threats, so keep an eye on the forecast there. Otherwise, unfortunately, we're going back to March-like weather for this weekend. Saturday kind of damp. Sunday's going to be kind of that raw temperature with 40s. St. Patrick's Day?
Looks
Not looking
good.
too bad then, back
Looks
to the
good,
50s.
but how fitting is that tomorrow? A warm pie day.
Exactly.
Sounds good, right, guys? All right, thank you for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you tomorrow at 10.